Got a game with me, and it is a crummy situation going on here. I had brought, you know how I always bring my scraps with me, and so I brought some scraps with me, bags of scraps, and then I had bags of crumbs, and then I had crumbs here too. So these are crumbs that I have for I don't even know how many years. You know how I use them? I use crumbs quite a bit, but I sew crumbs and then put them in a bag or put them in a box or something. So I gathered them all up before I left. Plus, I had brought crumbs here and made crumbs here. So look at this. I have still a piece of crumb fabric from Halloween quilt that I had made. So basically what I'm doing is I'm processing crumbs today. I'm seeing, I have like HSTs from projects that are thrown in this bag. So basically, and normally I put those away. So I'm not sure how these ended up here, but they did. So basically I am ironing up all my crumbs to see what I have. I have some thoughts of some scrappy ideas that I could do. I see like this was part of a heart. So I think if I can finish this, because you see I have the top, so I'm sure I could finish that. And this was part of the cherries. Remember we did cherries and hearts? So somewhere along the line, I'm gonna create different quilts with these crumbs. I will create different maybe quilt blocks to go in some kind of scrappy quilt block situation, because like this could be, these could be the cherries, and I have a heart. Maybe I could do a placemat with it, because I gave away all my placemats during the holidays to, after the show that I had just done, to this, this one church delivers soup to shut-ins, and I asked them if they can use, would they be willing to drop off, when they drop off the soup, if they would drop off a placemat to go with the soup. So that was nice. I was able to pair up with them before I left. And so I can make some like really nice scrappy placemats for future. Oh, I see a whole bunch of people here. You know what? Let me go see if I can get my reading glasses. I didn't expect you all to come. Hold on. Okay, let's see, does this help? Let me move this closer, and then I could say hi to everyone. I could also, so hi, Catherine, Donna, Eva, made by Misty, my mom. Yes, good morning, she's at it again, Merry holidays. Yeah, I'm at it because Michelle's asleep, and I have to process these things while we've been so busy, as you know. So I'm up, but he's not up, but we'll all be up at 8:30. So yes, so yesterday, if you have not gone, I did go live yesterday, and hold on. So we are made of iron. Good morning. Did you know? I'm gonna have to change something here. Good morning, Jessica. We are all in different locations this week. Hello from Texas. Oh, wow. I'm going to change my community moderation for a second. Subscribers. Just to help out a little. I think we should be good now. Yes. Yesterday, honey and I went, so anyway, I did a live, I moved the camera. I did a live yesterday, and honey and I went salsa dancing, and I showed you some of the plaza, how it was highly decorated. It was so beautiful. And then when I got off the live with you, they do a salsa dance, a salsa lesson. So we did that. And then we left. It was an early night. I think we were home like by 9. Probably in bed by 10. I got to meet Sheila and Regina. Wait, I get to meet Sheila and Regina a couple days. Oh, Sheila's going down to visit her daughter. How great. That'll be fun. Now, I guess you have family in Texas, Jessica, is my guess? Maybe? Or maybe you're just down there on vacay. Let's see. Ooh, look at that. So yeah, so I'm coming in here and processing all this. So I have things from bits and parts and pieces of things. I have still little crumbs in here, which I will try to get into because now, like, look at this crumb. Look at how super sweet that little crumb is with that chicken. And then this one here, it's as if I went ahead and cut those out. I couldn't fussy cut that if I tried, but no, it just naturally has, look at this. I mean, this is super sweet. So somehow these have to go in. Yes, our yearly visit. I'm out all day. Feel free to hang out at our house. Oh, we got a lot of work happening here today. So I'm gonna get water today. Well, I have water, but I'm gonna get a hot water put in. A little heated water. Look at how super sweet that is. Because it's chilly in the morning here. It's chilly in the morning, and I can't take a cold shower. In the summer, it's not a big deal. It's a little too cold for me. So Honey doesn't seem to mind the cold showers. I do. All right, so I'm getting all caught up. Like, I even have little teeny tiny. See that? Oh wait, is today Saturday? Oh, we have to go to Boiceville. I forgot all about that when I made these arrangements. Sorry, just the light bulb went off of something I have to do. I have to get myself ready. I have to go to the flea market. Today's flea market day. That's probably why my mom's gonna be out all day. Totally forgot that it's flea market day. Oh my goodness. That's sad. Oh, I'm bummed now. Oh, I forgot it's winter in Puerto Rico. Yeah, I know, right? People were yesterday bundled up on the plaza. If you kind of looked in, there were people with jackets on, little girls with tights and turtlenecks and long sleeve shirts. I mean, I wasn't there for that. Like, I don't think it's that cold here, but actually, I don't think it's cold at all. The only thing is I don't want to take a cold shower at 60-something degrees. It's like, what, 62 or 65? I don't know. So how has everyone been doing? So this is going to be a short live. I'm going to finish up these crumbs and see, I just have all these random things, and you should see how much I had. Let me... I have this whole thing of crumbs, that whole table. See, do you see that table behind me? This whole table is piles of crumbs that I have to do something with. Then these are like, I don't know, coordinated crumbs. So I love the bright sun in the morning over there. It's still dark and hot, yes. So we have coordinating. Then I found these. So I'm gonna make this into something. I remember a quilt that I did years ago with these, so I'm gonna do that. I started things that look like this. And then I have orphan blocks, and then I have all these like strip sets one would have from leftover from like Fabric Cafe things. So I'm gonna try to figure stuff out using that. And then I have this pile here. That's gonna go on there. And then apparently I have this big pile of HSTs. I have more HSTs over there. More piles of like beginner crumbs and strip sets. Random crumbs. Who knew there were so many crumbs? Then I have big pieces of crumbs. Like this is giant pieces of crumbs. This is an orphan block. I'll stick that there. This was a giant strip set. But then I have like really big pieces of crumbs. I mean like big crumbs. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have a lot of brown crumbs. I don't know why I sewed a bunch of brown crumbs and a bunch of black crumbs. So yeah, so I want, my goal is to get rid of all these crumbs because this is a crummy situation I'm in right now. I'm over inundated with crumbs. Crumbs are coming out of the woodwork over here. So yeah, so I'm gonna be processing all these and hopefully turning them into some kind of masterpieces when I'm done. Nightbot wouldn't let me chat. Subscriber mode is tight. Why is it tight? That's weird. I just have it on subscriber. Yeah, turned on subscriber mode only. And I know that you're subscribed. That's funny. Hi, Johnny. ¿Cómo está? It blocked me for some reason. Oh, that's weird. I don't have Nightbot on. It's just a regular moderation, regular YouTube. But in any case, so if you did not check out last night, I went live and you get to see all the Christmas lights, all the fanfare. Now, clearly I've used this crumb before, so I am going to just take this apart and then iron it. So here it's a different time. So here we are at well, I guess you guys are all on different time zones. I'm on a different time zone as well. So for me, it is 7:52 right now for us here. And so that would make it Eastern time 6:52 over there, I would think. Sorry about that. No problem. I mean, it could get aggravating, right? I know I get aggravated with YouTube all the time. So it wouldn't be the first time. And I am almost, let's see, there was 4 Ziploc bags I had of crumbs. 4 Ziploc bags. Oh, honey's gonna go in for the cold shower, not me. I'm gonna wait till that water gets installed, the heater. So here they have little heaters that go on your shower. So it's like this little, you don't have like at home I have on demand. Before on demand I had a hot water tank or a hot water heater and tank. This thing is like, oh, actually I could show it to you because it's right here. It's unique. I've only seen in Island Life. Where did it go? It looks like this. And that goes, so the water heater is this thing. Yeah, we're mixing electric and water together. It's a little, for me it's a little freaky, but that's what they do. So the gentleman is coming to put the light switch, the outlet, because he plugged this into an outlet up very high. He wanted to put it right next to the shower. He goes, everybody puts it right next to the shower so you could turn it on and off. And I'm like, no, I don't feel comfortable having electricity next to the water that close. So I'm making him, he's not happy, but I'm making him put it real high. So wherever this extension cord goes, that's how high I want that. Because I don't need to be electrocuted while I take a shower. So, but traditionally it's right next to the shower, but it creeps me out a little. He says, that's how it's done here. I go, no, it's okay. He goes, well, if the water gets too hot, then you can't shut it off. I said, yes, I can. I will make a stick with a hook and I will shut it off that way. So, yeah, exactly. I said, I don't know, whatever. But I've used them. I'm right. They're in my mom's house. They're in every house. It's been around forever and ever. It's so funny because when I went to the plumbing place, the electric place, they go, yeah, that's old time technology. That's not new time technology. But this house was not plumbed with new technology, and I'm not going to replumb it. So there you go. We're going to just go for that. He doesn't know how industrious you are. Oh, yeah. I always found that scary too, right, Johnny? It's like, who wants electric right next to La Ducha? I mean, who does that? But they all do it. That's how all the places, that's how it is in some of the old-timey hotels and Airbnbs. And, oh, yeah, so get ready. But I can't do it. I mean, it doesn't get hot. I mean, he says it gets hot. I have never had one that I went in there and said, "Oh, it's so hot." No, I've had it where I shut it off in the summertime. I have shut it off in the summertime just because it does get so hot. You want a cold shower every morning, but yeah. I've never been in a shower and says it just takes the chill off. And I know that they have other technology, and I had asked if they had this other thing, which was a unit that is hardwired, and it's like a box that goes to your shower head. But he says they don't have that here. That's something I would have to bring from mainland and put it in my suitcase. So, but for right now, this will work. Let's see. So only did cold water and would scream, and that was cold. Yes, because in the summertime, because everything is hot outside, the water heats up, right? And then it goes through your pipes and everything is at a nice temp. And it's cold here at 62 in the morning, and the water's cold. Even at the beach, I went into the water yesterday for the first time, and it was a little on the chilly side, I felt. Honey seems to think my thermostat is broken. I remember as a child, my abuela would boil water for my bath. She only had cold too every summer when I visited. I didn't realize, Jessica, you visited Puerto Rico. Maybe you said something and I totally forgot. So these crumbs are on another pile. I don't know. I keep making different piles of crumbs. These are Lynn's crumbs when we were together during springtime. I'll put those there. Let's see. Yeah, so yeah, anyway, long story short, I've got some crumbs to process. I'm thinking, so has anyone seen, there is a thing called Contessa. It's like a pattern from, is it from Riley Blake or Moda? I don't know. It's called Contessa. And I'm thinking of doing a version of Contessa. It's a free pattern. Contessa is a free pattern. I'm thinking about doing a version where the center panel, instead of it being stripes, 2.5-inch strips that are sewn together, to just cut. But I'm doing a different size because I had fabric scraps, a whole bunch of them that measure 2.5 by 6.5. And yesterday I trimmed them up so that they were all one equal measurement. They were like remnants or samples or something like that. Like, look, these are all random things I have right now that I'm, just random things. And so I'm thinking I could use some of these for a Contessa type of quilt. Then the other quilt I was thinking that I could maybe arrange is, I don't know. I've got to think about it. Because it had, I know what it was. It was taking, and I saw this was also a free pattern, and it was a free pattern on Fat Quarter Shop. I don't remember what it was called. and it was like through Riley Blake or something as well. I have these crumbs. Wow, I've got a lot of interesting crumbs. Anyway, so it is like you take a charm square and then you border the charm square with like a background fabric. They had it in white. And then you take more like mini charms and you sew those together and put that outside. So you have a solid in the center, white, mini charms around, and then another white. So I thought maybe I could do the charm in the center, crumbs, border it with the border that block, and then put crumbs as another layer, and then another piece of background. Because I got a lot of crumbs, and we're gonna use them up. I mean, they just, I don't know, they just keep going. Look, this is it. This is the last of the crumbs. Oops, nope, there's one pesky one, which is a HST. And then I thought, I don't know, if I take HSTs, I can make them into pinwheels. I have these little units left over. Contessa, the free Moda, oh, it's from Moda, that's it. I knew it was from somewhere. Whatever it is, it's using 2.5-inch strips. But I'm going to somehow I can use just my crumbs. And like I said, the other thing, it's like a square and a square and a square. I'm just going to use crumbs. I think it'll come out good. It'll be colorful. Any other ideas we have out there? I mean, I gave you ideas before, but I guess I could do that. I don't have a lot of background fabric. If you recall, ooh, look at this. I've got all these. I must have been doing something. Look at this with all these. I also now have all these flying geese. I don't know where they came from. From like all different too. It's not even, I don't know. Put those in a pile. There's more here. So I'm just basically going to take these bits, pieces, and parts, make probably like, out of those flying geese, I probably could do sawtooth stars, 4 patches. You know, again, the Contessa quilt, I think I'm going to do the square and the square thing. And maybe after doing all that, I will have used up most of my crumbs. Now, I did go to Walmart for something, and I noticed that they have 2-yard cuts, pre-cut 2-yard things on the shelf, and they were all solids. So I figured I could probably pick 1 or 2 of those 2-yard, you know, like, I don't know, black, gray, or another color to use for background, because I don't have anything here that's of that size. Everything I have here is a crumb or a scrap, or in this case, I did bring a quilt kit with me, the one that Krampus gave me. Tannenbaum, but then I found out that you need interfacing. It's an applique quilt, and I didn't bring any interfacing with me or any fusible. So I did go to, when I went to Walmart, hence how I saw the fabric, I was seeing if they had fusible, and they don't, and I don't know where else to buy. But what they do have is something called Wonder Under, and I've never used Wonder Under. I don't even know what Wonder Under is. I haven't had time to look it up. So I gave up on trying to do that project and took out my crumbs instead. So if you all know and have used Wonder Under, you can enlighten me, because I don't want to use all my data trying to go through YouTube to find out about Wonder Under and the use. I don't know if it's like the stuff Lori Holt uses where you have to sew around it, then turn it inside out, and then fuse it. So that's what I prefer. At this point, I'm thinking I'm just going to use a glue stick and just glue stick it down. Let's see. I need a second up too. Walmart also sells larger cuts too, 3 and 5 yard cuts. I didn't see 3 and 5. I only saw fat quarters. It's a very tiny, like It literally is a teeny tiny little section of fabric here. And I just saw fat quarters, little fat quarter bundles, and these 2-yard cuts. And then they had all kinds of interfacing on a bolt, but nothing that was like sticky on both sides. And I did bring some fusible with me, but not a whole quilt's worth. And this needs like a whole quilt's worth. Let's see. So, Wonder Under is super thin interfacing, but is it sticky on both sides? That's where I was confused. Is it sticky on both sides, or is it only on one side? Because that's the only choice I have on this island right now, is that. I didn't go to Capri. I mean, maybe Capri has other things there, but I didn't go there. Honey, we gotta see I have to see the guy at Pulguero. I forgot. It's Pulguero Day. I think I've used it for hems. Never heard of it. Thrift store flat cotton sheet as yardage. Oh, there's no thrift stores here. Pulguero is the closest thing to a thrift store, which is like a little flea market. And I don't think I've ever seen sheets at the Pulguero. It's more like outdoor stuff and like fruits and vegetables. Yes, both. It's hard to find fabric stores in Puerto Rico. Yes, sticky on both sides, used in applique. Thank you, Christina. So then that's what I need to buy. It's not too bad. It's like $6 and something cents, and it comes in a package. So I don't know how many packages I need. So that's good to know, because I saw it and I was like, oh, I gotta look up Wonder Under. I had it in my hand and then I put it back. I'm not sure where I was going with these, because now I have this shape. So, and I have lots of them. So I'm not sure what this was that was happening here. Look at this. But maybe these could be the center of those, because I've got a lot of them. Wow. Maybe they could be the center of that, like square in a square pattern. Look at all these I have. You need interfacing for the Contessa quilt? No, this is for the old Tannenbaum quilts. It's a quilt kit that I got from Krampus. So I packed that. I packed the two quilt kits, the old Tannenbaum and then the one I got from Soft Squares. And I don't have enough time here to do them. I don't know what I was thinking, but it'll be here for next time. I'm gonna keep them. What did you say? Oatmeal. No, thank you though. I was bad. I had a guava puff for breakfast with some tea already. But thank you. Yes, so I guess you kind of use Wonder Under than how you would use Heat and Bond, because I was like thinking Heat and Bond Light or something like that. I had Seam to Seam Light with me, and I have a full package, but the problem is I don't think it's enough at all. So now see, I have these. So the amount, no, I can't believe I have this much crumbs. I really can't. I can't believe I've sewn this many crumbs. Well, some of these crumbs were sewn by my grandma too, because there was a time my grandma was sewing crumbs, and I don't remember which ones she sewed and which ones I sewed, but I do know that she did some years ago. And I'm pretty sure, I see, that's why I'm thinking those are the brown ones. I'm thinking the brown and black ones, because I have no recollection of sewing those. I think the brown and black big ones were from my grandma. So look, I have a pile of half square triangles here that I just found. This I could put on here. There is, it's like Heat and Bond. Okay, perfect, thank you. So I'm definitely going to purchase some Wonder Under, because I kind of wanted to do that versus this, but I have all these ironed, so, but I'm telling you, it's really good. I love that I've been touching fabric because I haven't really sewn anything. Just touching and playing with fabric. Let's see. There we go. It's just nice. The ironing, who needs to sew when you can pet fabric and iron fabric all day, right? And now ask me to iron a shirt or something like that, it isn't happening. It's not happening. Pants, no. But here I go. I can iron my crumbs all day in my fabric and just be pleasantly happy. Hi Dawn, how are you? All right, so I've got everything pretty, oh, nope, I found a couple more crumbs. Let's see. So I have crumbs in all kinds of stages. And so this is my pile. Ready, I'm gonna shut this off. Remove this. I had bags like this of crumbs. So, right here, big crumb pile. At some point I was sorting it out. This is a big crumb piece right here. I'm gonna stick that, these are my bigger crumb pieces. And then these are my littler ones. And then I have things like this, and I have half square triangles like this, pile of bonus HSTs there. More crumbs here. This I must have started a long time ago, and more crumbs here. So needless to say, I have fabric to sew, right? And this does not include the giant crumbs. And this is why I have a crummy situation happening here. This big pile, these are big panels of crumbs, plus this one little block that's super sweet. Look at that. I remember this quilt, this came from a quilt that's so old. I gave it to someone, that quilt. It was a log, like a cabin, not a log cabin style quilt, but an actual, like each house, which was like a cabin, but it got big pieces like this. I think these are the ones from my grandma, because I don't recall sewing these at all. Like I recall the other ones. And so I have masses and masses of brown. And my mom said she found a box of crumbs at her house that my grandma had done a while back. So, and we were gonna do this, but now I remember it's the pulguero, so I gotta get myself ready and wipe myself down before I go to the pulguero, boil up some water. Let's see, just took a break from the sewing machine. I've been ironing more now than I ever did when my kids were living. I know, right? I would iron all the time. But with that said, we are going, I have to go get ready. It's Saturday. It's a big deal to go to the pulguero, and you got to go early because you got to go and see for the good stuff. Plus, I have to buy banana trees because we want to plant more banana trees and plátano trees. So, yeah. And then I will, later on, my honey cut down all the backyard, and my coconut tree is like this high, and my guava tree is like this high. I'm so excited. We lost one banana tree. It got cut down by accident, but you know, it was almost like 8 foot tall grass. Wait till you see, it was crazy. So I have to pick up a couple more banana trees to put around. And with that said, everyone, if you have time, please, on your way out, give me the thumbs up. And if you like what you see, please like, subscribe. And most of you are, share my channel already. Hi, Sherry. But I will be going live. So what the situation here is, I don't have Wi-Fi here. It just doesn't pay for me to pay for Wi-Fi monthly when I'm not here all the time. My mom's here all the time. Maybe it does pay because she's here all the time. I think she's here daily. And she's here sewing, so she uses my sewing machine. I'm on data you know, with my cell phone. So when I get, there's sometimes that it's good. Like right now I have 5 bars, but sometimes I'm in here and there's only 1 bar. And I think it's about people being on at the same time. So I will go on. I will try to take you on more adventures, and then I will see you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.